Hey everybody, this is Emily the Crunchy Coach, and true to my word, about a month later I am going to give you another garden update. And I'm just going to, right now I'm giving you the wide view, and you can already see from the last video that I've changed quite a few things, and that a few more things are growing. Alright, here in my new bed, this is about 3 foot wide, 6 feet long. I've planted a few collard greens now. And yes, the cabbage moths have discovered them. There are eggs on them. There's even a few whole in some of the leaves. So after it rains today and tonight, I'm going to have to sprinkle some salt or diatomaceous earth to make them go away. Eventually I'm going to harvest all my brassicas, so I'll be able to put one of my PVC and window screen frames over these collard greens, and then I won't have a problem with cabbage moths laying eggs on them. But I'm planning here to have some summer greens like the collard greens, have some basil, just things like that. And again, here's my lettuce that just went crazy, a nasturtium that's growing really well, the oven nasturtium. I'm starting to harvest, and my son wants to show everybody his new pet. That's an anole he captured yesterday, and he's probably really scared, Benjamin, so you should probably really put him back in the box. And don't squeeze him too hard. 5-year-olds. Anyway, so there we go. Peas. I have my first little baby pea growing. These are dwarf peas, so they only grow about 2 feet tall, so you really don't need support for them. Here's my first pea, and it's got another flower there. I have several peas planted along this row, and then I'll show you when we go around the other side. But yes, we have been self-sufficient in greens for a couple of weeks between all the lettuce we have, and then we have the brassicas. We have cabbage, broccoli in here, some baby bok choy, kohlrabi. Over on the other side, we've got more. Here are some that are exposed too. I have had diatomaceous earth on them, but they're still getting eggs laid on them and eaten and things like that. But that's okay. I'm going to harvest a whole bunch of things today and dehydrate them. And okay, so here are the other peas I was telling you about. They say they don't need support, but this one is looking like it really wants support, isn't it? They're kind of just all growing together. And here was a fun discovery we made, is that the raspberry pot was here last year, and we have a couple of new raspberry plants that started themselves. And if you remember from the last video, the raspberry plants had not started to leaf, and here they are. They're looking beautiful now. The blueberries starting to grow. These are actual berries. We're going to have blueberries in a little bit. And the other plant is starting to, yeah, we have a few there. Benjamin, please put your lizard back in the cage. He's just so excited to show everybody his pet. They already saw your pet. We're getting many more strawberries. These are ever-bearing strawberries, which I don't recommend buying, really. But we're getting many more than we did last year. All right, now, as you can see with these beds, what I did was I took off a big layer of leaves. I straightened the drip irrigation lines up, and what I did was I used stakes and string to mark out 1 foot width. So right here, from here to there is a foot, and then from there to there is another foot, and from there to there. And then I have these wooden stakes in the middle that show that break off 1 foot in the length, so I can kind of eyeball 1 square foot in each area. Alright, tomatoes, this one is already budding, this one's getting to it. I did lose one of my baby pepper plants, which was rather sad. That did not happen to me last year, but this one, there was one right there. It got eaten a little bit and then it dried up. I don't know why. It was getting the same amount of water as everybody else. But as you can see, the beds are looking much more organized. Here I've got a barrage. I've got a couple more barrage back there, a couple of petunias. Right now there's not a whole lot going on. There's going to be more in the summer in these 2 beds. I don't know what happened here. I had some beans started to sprout and then something ate them. So again, after it rains, we're going to be putting diatomaceous earth. But I've got some. I hope, Benjamin, you're scaring him. Please put him back. I've got some bush beans here. And here's another view of my pot. See the strawberry turning red. All right, then look at the peach trees. Are they not beautiful? Remember about a month ago we had pink blossoms and no leaves. Now we have leaves and no blossoms, but look, what's that? Yes, it is a peach. We didn't have any fruit last year because I underwatered the pots and I almost killed the trees. But now we do have peaches growing. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. Now, there's not a whole lot of peaches and a lot of blossoms just dropped. And I think it's because these pots are just too small. I think I'm going to need to transplant them into a pot that's twice this size. All right, there's the asparagus. I planted the asparagus about a month ago, and it is turning beautiful. It'll be giving us stalks to eat a little bit next year, but really you're not supposed to eat off asparagus till the third year. All right, so that's what's going on over here. And I am planning, you maybe saw I have a little bit of Swiss chard here. I'm going to have a whole bunch more Swiss chard, and there's going to be Swiss chard, more tomatoes, some maybe other kinds of summer greens, some basil. So, moving on over here. I've been cutting these for salad. That's why they're looking a little sparse. And my two broccoli plants, one of them is actually starting to grow flowers.
When he's really big, he can bite Anna.
Okay, Benjamin, how about you put him in the cage so you don't squeeze him? All right. Gutter extension that somebody moved away from the rain barrel and put in the middle of the lawn. I wonder who that could have been. All right, look at these apples. In the last video, there were 0 leaves on the apple trees, but look. Look, now we not only have leaves, but we have little buds. These are going to be little apple blossoms. However, I can't get excited. This is a pink lady. I can't get excited until my Fuji's blossom because the pink lady and the Fuji's have to cross-pollinate with another variety or neither one of them will bear fruit. So I'm hoping my Fuji's will begin to blossom soon. As you can see, I've got some strawberries down here. We've got the fig trees outside now. Looks like we're about to grow a bunch of new leaves. That's fun. This one has gotten really tall. Alright, as you can see also, I had my husband move the trellises over here, and I've got my arch here. We're all ready for cucumbers just to climb all over the place. Excuse the truck starting. Alright, so one of the 2 cucumber plants that I have planted so far lived. Hopefully we'll do better with the other few that I have starting inside. Alright, I've just started some herbs here, some fennel and dill. We planted some butternut squash there yesterday. Spinach is ready to be harvested. It's already bolting because it's gotten incredibly warm very quickly this spring. Okay, and the New Zealand spinach has really gone to town. I love this, all this green. And last of all, I've got my pole beans. See, we've got a trellis all set up, but I've got pole beans germinating. Okay, and so that's just about it. That is what the Crunchy Coach's garden is looking like in early April 2012. If you like this video, please click the like button below and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching, and Benjamin is now going to tell you goodbye. Say goodbye. Look at the camera. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. See you later.